and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the Public Safety Committee in order to establish a quorum, and we have a roll call, please.
Mr. Riviere,
Here.
Ms. Lacy, Ms. Gordon.
Here.
Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. Item number 4, the Police Department report. This will be Chief-elect.
We didn't even let you.
Huh?
I said, we didn't even let you.
Yeah, I was actually filling last week. Early in the public safety committee in order to keep both you on yourself and the city council aware of the activity of the Rhode Island Police Department. All of this accounts for the month of October. Calls, we had 29. The Rhode Island Fire Department, we assisted them 11 times. We had 12 disturbances. We had 9 thefts. We had 8 remaining complaints. We had 8 information calls, incidents by location, northeast of 4th Street. We had 26, northwest of 4th Street, 90, southeast of 4th Street, 43, southwest of 4th Street and Haley 134, and south of I-10. And we had 12 arrests, 4 disturbing the peace by fistic encounter, 1 failure to report the calm of certain felonies, 2 battery of a day partner, 1 simple assault, 1 remaining, 1 theft, 1 indecent behavior with juveniles, 1 possession of firearm or carrying, 1 prohibited acts, 1 fugitive warrant, 1 discharging of firearm in city limits. We had 27 traffic tickets. Thank you. Oh, also, at the beginning of our the election or whatever, I was presented by Lance pertaining to those vehicles, the fleet units or whatever. He told me he was bringing it up to my attention along with Chief Hicks, in case we wanted to get any vehicles, do two a long list to get on the list or whatever. If you want some units for the next budget, let me know or whatever like that. So I did. I told him I needed 3. Oh, well, I ain't gonna say needed, but I would request 3.
3 units.
3 units. So prior to this, everything that he updated me on everything that was going on, and that he needed an invoice by Friday.
So for the 3 new units that you get,
the admin too.
okay.
When I talked with Chief Hicks, he also let me know that there was some people at admin that still haven't gotten a unit yet.
Okay.
So
It's just 3 that y'all need.
just 3.
Right, so just to clarify, several months ago, we were notified by Jerry Lane that if you wanted units in the upcoming year, you had to. So I did speak with both candidates at the time, and they both indicated they wanted 3 new units. Unfortunately, we had no other contact with Jerry Lane other than today. We received an email saying they need a PO by Friday to include you in the order. Obviously, we don't have any money budgeted, so we can't really do that, but I discussed with Chief-elect Mitchell that he needed to notify you all of his intentions and because in order to get a budget amendment done, you have to introduce it next week and then vote on it in December. So that's why this matter is being presented at this time.
All right. Okay. Appreciate it, man.
It is a state contract.
Item number 5, adjourn.
Public Works Committee. Call to order, please. Establish a quorum. Roll call.
Ms. Gordon.
Oh,
Mr.
present here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Quorum present.
It's a long day, y'all. Okay, item number 4, discuss with public service intent to change days of service by Mr. Joseph.
So there's a handout in your packet, should be the second contract after the properties. And the mayor received this on October 29th. Oh, I said, there's a handout in your packet. You see the letter from the Public Services. The mayor received this on about October 29, 2024, in which they are exercising their right to alter the days of service to go into effect on Monday, November 18, 2024. And the new schedule is as indicated. Monday and Thursday will be garbage carts only on the levee side of the city. Tuesday, Friday would be garbage carts only on the track side of the city. Wednesday would be brush broom and recycle carts for the entire city. And Saturday would be the out of cart rear load for the entire city. And as you know, currently the cart service is on Wednesday and Saturday. So that is the basic change. Instead of trying to do the entire city on 2 days, they're going to split the city in half.
And that's what we have to move on, huh?
That's just a notification. No, man, they have the option of changing the pickup schedule per their contract.
Yeah, when I saw this was on the agenda item today, I pulled the contract to look at it. The city contracted with Republic, the actual pickup days are not specified in the contract. In other words, it wasn't contractually, it has to be this day or that day. It was just gonna be, 2 days, 2 days a week for, the regular residential. So that's the section that they have attached to their letter. That is the accurate and correct section 3.3. And as you can see in that section, the contract did allow them to change the routes, which is the routes that they run within the city, as well as change the days of collection with at least 2 weeks advance notice. So that's what they have done in this letter. It's dated October 29, 2024. They're actually giving you more than 2 weeks notice, but it's something that they're entitled to do under the contract.
He said pick up for 2 days throughout the week.
On each side.
No. I'm saying, say it again, and I had a contract.
The
And it's only 2 days, but this 4 days.
One of the contract obligates 2 days per resident, per address. So some places you only get 1 trash collection per week. Port Allen's contract requires 2 trash collections, garbage collections per week. This is just changing the dates of those collections.
And the reason being?
I imagine that it's to accommodate scheduling on their behalf. When you're negotiating these types of contracts, it's difficult to get a contractor to agree to a static date. They'll give you 2 collections over a week's period, but to tell them you have to do it on this date or that date, it doesn't allow any flexibility in terms of them meeting their obligations from staff standpoints, from equipment standpoints, from landfill trips and the like. I mean, currently they try to do the entire city on 2 days, the same 2 days, and I think we've seen some issues that I think have arisen as a result of trying to do it all on the same 2 days. I personally think this may be better for the constituents. They only have half a portion of the city to do on each 2 collection days, so it should allow them to provide better service. But That's the gist.
It makes sense if they do run into an issue on Monday, they'll be back in town on Tuesday and pick up where they left off.
Correct.
They always a lot more flexibility.
Correct.
But I'm looking at the division part of it. Okay. Like, okay, what if it may end up being some future issues, like if maybe you pick up on the track side and then you pick up on the levy side, and you know, that may be like, oh, they're picking up on this side and they're not picking up on this side, and they finish this side and they're coming back, you know, like it just seems like that could cause some divide there. And if we trying to unite, being a wide divide.
Well, on the one hand, the contract allows them to set the days, okay? On the other hand, like Mr. Riviere indicated, you're gonna have a truck on Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday. So rather than have a situation as is with a Wednesday collection and a Saturday collection, that's gonna be a truck the following day under the regular schedule.
More opportunity.
To pick up where any, I guess, issues arose that caused them not to finish the route. That stated, Miss Lacy, you can't regulate everything. And some things are gonna just happen. And unfortunately,
Like that contract just happened, right?
no, that contract didn't just happen. It's okay, so the more requirements.
Based on negotiation, like I feel like we should be for the position. What we done,
But you don't. Okay. Let me.
I think that the Republic has had many opportunities.
Every time Republic comes up with any particular issue, and I would just say this: when Republic first came back to the city of Port Allen, they were the only contractor. So under those circumstances, you don't.
I'm
sorry. Say what?
We only was having 2 days. Our contract is better than the parish.
It's better than a lot of areas. 2 days is not the norm anymore.
Right, it's just 1 day.
Most people do one collection per week.
So we was good to get 2 days.
But that stated, it's
Right.
the more requirements that you expect, the more costs you're going to have associated with the contractor that wants to bid on those services. They were the only bidder, and if you tell them, well, yeah, we'll it has to be Monday and Thursday, then you can definitely approach the negotiation from that standpoint. But it's going to cost you if they don't have some flexibility, because just like everybody in here can get sick or have car trouble or any particular issue, they have those same issues. And they're amplified because they're having to do this for more than just one customer or one client. So I'm not going to say that the contract was poorly negotiated. I think that it's a common practice to allow flexibility in setting the dates or the days, because we have no knowledge or information as to what their scheduling is and what their what factors determine whether or not they can meet their obligation on any particular day, because anything can happen at any given time. So here's the thing, and I've said this before.
I'm just like,
No.
I'm really just looking at it on.
I
I'm
understand.
trying to look at it on all levels too. Like now it'll be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Versus just 2 days, you have less population people because now you don't have the whole parish. It's already the trucks riding on the road, messing the roads up. Now you're on the roads 4 days, then 2 days. I'm just looking at. But hey.
Okay, look, and guess what? You also going to have a truck that's responsible for less collections. So if you have this Wednesday and Saturday, you have the truck that's going to have half the collection. So that we can ad infinitum.
The thing is, there was a contract agreement between us and Republic that it would be a 2-day pickup, Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays. They changed. The only thing they changed during the term of the contract was the actual trash pickup on Saturdays they would do Wednesday. So we've been having this contract since, we began. But they had set days that they were supposed to pick up. I told Mr. Smith that I disagree with this because he never brought it before the council. The decision made by Republic on their own instead of presenting it to us before they made that decision. So my thing is to invite them to the council meeting next week. Whatever questions y'all have regarding that, that's the time that y'all gonna vote on it. Y'all can ask me any questions concerning this new schedule. It benefits you in the way, but the other thing that it doesn't benefit is that I know Republic on holidays, if the holiday falls on the pickup, they're not coming the next day. It's gonna be the next pickup day.
Within the whole
So
weekend.
I heard y'all mention that, yeah, they gonna have the next day to do work, but pick up the whole city. Unless that's in the contract. So that's something that you can ask them, you know, when they come next week. But anytime there was a holiday on a pickup day, the next day they did pick up garbage would have been the next garbage pickup day.
And you said like the contract, they agreed to Monday was like implied. It kind of was, or is it?
Yeah, we agreed to that. In fact, when they approached us with the contract, days, and that set days was Wednesdays. The current days that we had with Progressive when we switched from Progressive, it stayed the same. And the recycle was on Fridays and the trash pickup was on Saturdays. And then I think this past term, they changed the trash pickup to Wednesdays. But everything else still stayed the same. Wednesdays, garbage pickup, and Saturdays garbage pickup, and Friday recycle. But this new plan that they have, it's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and garbage pickup, and then trash pickup again is on, I think
It's Monday, Thursday,
Thursday,
garbage on one
Tuesday,
side, Tuesday,
Friday.
Friday, garbage on
One
the other
side this way, one
Right.
side on
And
the
then Wednesday, brush, boom, and recycle
Oh,
cars.
yes, oh.
And Saturday, out of the car, rear load.
And usually the out of car real load is for those type of residents that live on a dead end street where the boom truck can't get to, or some of that nature.
I think it's a good deal. I mean,
Yeah, I know, they had a guarantee.
Councilman,
Yeah, the only thing, like I said, the only thing wrong is that on
On this side.
Mondays is mostly your holidays, that we actually be
But
everybody.
maybe like
In
you
the
say, ask them
contract.
that question when they come next week.
The contract only mentions three.
Three holidays.
That's correct.
Yeah.
In section 3.4, your 3 holidays are New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day.
But then we got Martin Luther King.
But they shouldn't be
So they're not
suspended
holidays,
service.
right.
Yeah, they shouldn't be,
Yeah.
They don't.
according to this.
If they do miss, I mean, if they do miss a couple, it's communicated, I'm pretty sure they're, you know,
Just cut across the aisle.
yeah, as long as
Yeah.
it's communicated, I think they'll be,
Yeah.
And I think,
that
I
was
think
the
the city would like it better this way too. This they get 2 days and they know that's what they are. Instead of, I didn't know they were picking up the whole Port Allen on
Absolutely.
the days. I thought it was split days anyway. So I think this would be better for trash pickup on this side. It don't matter what side it is, as long as they get the trash picked
I was
up.
part of the problem for COVID, the truck was too heavy, they had to get across the
Yeah.
traffic, they had a lot of issues, so, you know, so.
So I think that's a good, I think that's a
About
good,
it, y'all can ask them next Wednesday.
schedule.
When we invite. Thank y'all.
Plan 7, I mean, it says the residential, collection route. We can ask them, but we don't have any final say, so I mean, this, yeah.
To me, this would be a like a notification, like this is, they're exercising the right under the contract to do this. And so obviously there needs to be some push out to your constituents in the city to inform them of the change of dates.
Right.
also just automatically go into,
They have the rights under the contract to do
With
that
sufficient notice,
with sufficient notice, which they did provide.
provided that notice. And you just you have to keep in mind that at the time of the contract, they had a larger area than just the city. So we try to be a good partner and coordinate so that, you know, they can take advantage of certain efficiencies as well. That benefits everybody on both sides of the deal. So due to the fact that there have been changes
It
in
should be less
that
complaints
relationship.
then. Should be less complaint.
It should be. It should be, but we'll see. We shall see.
I mean, I don't think it's a problem what side get picked up on what day, whatever, as long as it get picked up.
That's more important things.
Item number 5, adjourn.
Community Development Committee, call to order. Number 2, establish quorum. Number 3, roll call.
Mr. Brown,
Here.
Ms. Lacy,
Present.
Mr. Hubble.
Here.
Straight.
Alright, item number 4, discuss abandonment of South 12th Street right of way at Avenue G. Mr. H. Riviere.
Thank you, Brandon. This was something that I touched on last month. As it turned out, I didn't have all the information that I needed. I'll kind of explain, back in the, I guess, the mid-1980s, so 40 years ago. For those that may remember, there was a swimming pool at the end of, I guess, the 4 south end of South 12, which took up like 50 feet of that right of way. And there's the dead end that took up another 50 feet. Well, where the swimming pool was, when it closed, the city apparently abandoned that 50 feet there where the swimming pool was. Back then. Well, once the city abandoned that, the property was donated to the Terrio family, and I think it was in 2018, the Terrio family. So as of now, you have Miss Gloria Wright lives, I guess it would be on the east side of the South 12th dead end. Mr. Raymond Cradair lives on the west side. Well, the property where the swimming pool was that was in possession of the Terrio family was documentation from the clerk of court, and I can get it to y'all if you want it, was donated to the Wright family. And everything signed is recorded at the, but the other 50 feet, for whatever reason, like we had talked last month, was never, was never abandoned, or it was never recorded at the clerk of court's office. So what I'm trying to get done now, and I've been emailed back and forth with Lance just a little bit, is for the city to abandon the dead end part and have it donated to Mr. Cradair and his family. And he does understand, as do the Wright family, that the city still maintains the privilege or the right to access the back of the property if there's any maintenance that we need to do. So they both families understand that. The Wrights, are fine. They know they were donated the 50 feet where the swimming pool was. Mr. Cradair, I want to have the 50 feet where the dead is donated to him. So that's kind of where we are. I have the documentation. Lance, Evan, I mean, do I need to make copies of this and present it to you? Because I don't want to, step over. I have the information, so I can make copies of it and
Or give it to the mayor and he can disseminate it.
yeah.
Who it is?
City
Hey.
Hall.
And she said she,
What?
the name she called
I don't know exactly when Miss Gloria bought the house from the Terrios, but I think that side lot remained, under ownership of the Terrios. That it says on here. It was in 2018. Okay, April 13th of 2018. It was recorded at the clerk of court's office where it was donated from the Terrios to Miss Gloria Wright. So that's all in the tax records. Miss Gloria, you know, she's been paying the property taxes on it, so it's hers. And I'm just trying to get it to where, the 50 feet where the dead end exists is, you know, donated to the Credit family.
So why are we donating it to them?
Interested? She said she wasn't interested in it.
No, she said she's fine. She said, heck, I got donated to me where the swimming pool was, used to be. It's kind of only fair for Mr. Credair to get the other part of that.
We would not be able to donate all of it to one side. What would happen is, we don't technically donate it to anybody.
Right.
What the
That's what
city
I
would
was
be
asking.
doing is abandoning that portion of the right of way, if you will, and then you pretend like there's a center line there, and by
Correct.
state statute, one half is gonna go to the property owner, on each contiguous side of the, of the roadway to be abandoned, if you will. So, if the city abandons it, that's all the city could do, half to, the Creedor family, the Wright family. Now, from there, the Wright family could donate their half back to, the Creedor family. That's fine, once it goes off, once the
Right.
city goes off, it becomes private property. They can do anything they want with it. Of course, subject though to the city maintaining, a servitude over that area. So they would never be able to build anything permanent, that would obstruct that right of way.
Okay.
But we would not be able to just donate the whole 50.
So between now and next Wednesday, if we make this an agenda item for next week, between now and next Wednesday, I'll take it upon myself to go meet with both families again and explain what you just said. Yeah, okay. We could do that, and but Rose, I would like to have, an agenda, I guess, almost like a tentative agenda item for next week in case I can get all my ducks. Okay. Thank you, Brandon.
All right. Item number 5, update community development activities. Ms. Rose Rochelle.
Council members, Chairman Brown, everybody, good evening. As we get close to the end of our calendar year, the city and the parish have a lot of events going on, but I think our big event that we look forward to, of course, is our senior citizens dinner. We're just getting our information out to try to get our donations in, because normally, other than the entertainment, it's a we'll have more information next week, but it will be normally the third week in December. So other than that, that's all I basically have. We've been kind of busy just winding down the year. Okay, any questions?
I appreciate it. Number 6, adjourned.
We call the personnel committee to order, could establish a quorum, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Hubble,
Here.
Ms. Boyd,
Here.
Ms. Riviere,
Here.
President.
All right, item number 4, having no business, we adjourn.
Finance Committee, item number 1, order. Item number 2, establish a quorum. Item number 3, roll call.
Ms. Lacy,
Present.
Mr. Hubble,
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Thank you. Item number 4, discuss pest check, LAC annual pest control renewal. Nancy?
Yes, you have a handout with their proposal to provide pest control services. They do all of the facilities, City Hall, and the maintenance, the wastewater treatment facility. It's essentially the same amount as last year's contract at 22-23 to take effect next month. Well, this November 13th through 24th through November 13th, 2025. And I believe we had, for the sake of the
No, I don't have it.
well, I mean, previously, but I think it was substantially more than this particular amount, so. But other than that, Mayor wanted to present the renewal for your consideration next week, I suppose. Any questions? Yeah, you want to agenda item on that?
Item number 5, discuss contract with Providence Engineering for 2024 municipal separate storm sewer system, MS4 compliance assistance.
Yeah, this is a annual report that is due to the state of Louisiana, Providence. They're doing it directly, so this is a contract to update that report and coordinate with the state. And the mayor would like that as an agenda item for consideration next week. Authorize signing that contract and undertaking that estimate of $16,050.
Item number 6, discuss city council salary increases. Randy.
Yeah, we talked about it a few months ago. I was just bringing it up on the agenda, before, the new council begin, new council elect again. Just open for conversation. Only 2 of us up here at the moment still actually, be here, so any thoughts from y'all?
What increase are y'all looking at? What was the increase? Did you get a price? I mean, figure?
When I spoke to another council person, it was Zachary there. Their population was much bigger, but the number we are at currently, I mean, they were getting I think $1,200 a month for their expenses, or their gross was $1,200 a month. I want to say brutally it might have been around that, and I'm not familiar with the parish now, so
There's 1,200.
12
Next
something.
to 1,600.
Mr. Hubble?
I'm for it. If it's in the budget, it can be in the budget.
Any words on it?
I got nothing.
Come on now,
I
be
mean,
fair.
I wouldn't be there.
Be fair. Even though you're not gonna
We
be back,
had
think
discussions
about
about it
us.
before the election. No
Yes,
matter what the results were.
right.
But at the end of the day, what y'all still, what y'all looking at it.
And really, even if I were to have been reelected, my thought has always been, I'm fine with $1,000 a month. I don't need any more than that.
Yeah, because you got 2 jobs already and you're retired 3 times. But I'm just saying, not saying that because you don't need them, we don't need it.
I'm not saying I don't need it. I'm saying we're classified as public servants. That's what the title we're always. So it's a servant.
And I think we are the lowest paying public service they're going.
So, but y'all ask my thoughts. That's my thoughts. So.
If I could address, good evening, everyone. Not saying there's nothing y'all should, but what I will say is to make things, I guess, move a little smoother. See if we can do this at the beginning of the next fiscal year. And that way it can be put, take effect in the next fiscal year. That way it can be put into the budget. And we don't have to worry about where we're gonna get.
That's right for me.
kind of missed all of that, but I guess maybe,
Yeah, so I mean,
We don't know where the money comes from anyway, so it's fine anyway.
so yeah, what's the date?
I have 2 questions for Heather. One, if we do put this off to the next fiscal year,
You can't get
isn't that a
it.
violation of state law that they can't
That's what.
give them during the term that they're in
Yeah,
office?
that's what I'm
And the second thing, I thought their stipends or salary, whatever you want to call it, was set in ordinance.
Ordinance, yeah.
So if we're going to do it, we have to have the introduction of the ordinance in the December meeting.
and that was communicated to Mr. Brown
Yeah.
when he made the request.
So,
It would be by ordinance. I don't think the salaries of the council members have been codified in the book of ordinances, but I guess there's an ordinance that was adopted some other time that sets forth the salaries for the council members. I was trying to do some quick research. We know for sure that you can't decrease your own salary within the term. The issue is the same term, or do you have to increase it and then wait to another election takes place before the raise could take place? We're going to firm up that research this week, but my understanding, just as I sit here today, is that you could increase it immediately. You could not decrease it immediately, but you could increase it immediately. Again, we'll have that research firmed up before next week. So I want to say we've looked at this for some other people as well, and there's some AG opinions still there that have supported that.
So when you say next week, so would it be on the agenda, or you just gonna look it up and clarify it for us, or what?
I mean, you can put it on the agenda, and either way, I mean, regardless of whether it's gonna take effect immediately or after the election, I mean, you can still vote on it. You know, the only thing that'll be in legal limbo is whether it would be effective immediately or not.
And where's the money? Huh?
But they haven't taken office.
Once they're sworn in.
Yeah, we're talking about the new folks, so they would be voting on it, introducing it in November, voting on it in December. That would still be in the current term here. So the issue is, I mean, really, it's coming up against that point anyway, so it's probably not going to matter anyway. But at the end of the day, it would only affect maybe 1 month. But again, we'll look at it. But I think there's a good argument that, you know, even if y'all did increase it in December, you could get the benefit of it in December, and without it having to go to next the term of the next board, if you will. But we will look at that.
Scott.
And also,
They don't stop.
throw another wrinkle into your request. You got to remember, you also got other elected officials who also is in the same category you. That's including the mayor, the chief of police, the clerk, the city judge, and the city marshal. So you have to consider all those if you're going to consider a raise for yourself.
Right. We get them raises anyway, we don't get none. Don't we?
Everything's the same.
But they have a nice salary though, that's paid for about both municipalities. I mean, they do have some nice salaries for them. I would say that.
Move on.
Okay. We finished with that discussion.
Agenda item, I think.
Y'all know we're going to affect it.
Well, we can't say no more than what they say already.
A dollar amount for sure. Item number 7, discuss transfer of $58,000 from the wastewater treatment vehicles to the system improvements to cover $72,086 invoice for influent pump repairs already completed.
And I sent the proposed budget to the CPA office. I had one there for wastewater, 400,000 in capital outlay. When the budget was approved, it was not on there, and I did not get it. So we've got some repairs that we have $58,000 in capital outlay that we were going to buy a truck with, the wastewater department is going to buy a truck. And we put $58,000 in there. So we're asking to transfer this 58,000 from the use of purchasing a truck to pay for this, what's this invoice? And we're going to have to probably do a budget amendment for the remainder.
For the time being.
We're just asking that y'all.
Repairs already done, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So based on that, okay.
Agenda item for next week. Okay, item number 8, discuss authorizing Mayor Lee to pay an additional $10,000 over the quoted amount for the 6th Street water well repair. Mr. Tree? Mayor?
Council, what this is that, grinding, what is it, grinder process, pump services. They repaired a 6th Street water pump several months ago, and during the course of that repair, they had an issue with a blowout, and that resulted in additional expenses other than the quoted amount, which was about 47,000, and an additional cost to repair the blowout at that particular well cost us an additional $10,000. So we had to get your blessings to go pay the remaining balance of that repair cost.
An agenda item for next week. Item number 9, monthly financial update, Mr. Tree.
Okay, everybody should have a report in front of them.
Just acknowledge.
Just acknowledge that you received it. I do want to bring your attention to something that I noticed today, and I am going to look into it and will have, I guess, results of my research. Animal control. We look like we are at almost 50% of animal control, and I'm not sure why that is. So I am going to.
First page. You got one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're at 50% there. So I am not sure what has gone up. Or the deal that been in.
Many cats, they got running around on those. I don't know what animal control is doing. Not picking up some stray cats. I know that.
Yeah, I do know that it's divided, within West Baton Rouge, from between all of the city towns. So I'm not understanding why we pay so much, but we'll have the answer for you next week.
Where you said service?
Huh?
It says spread out between the city.
Yeah. It's divided, between Ruby Addis, Parish, us. We all pay a portion of the animal control. And of course, with the repairs to
The, sewer treatment, wastewater, that budget is escalating. What the expenditures on that is escalating.
Other than that, any questions?
Thank you, Mr.
I'm sorry. You have questions?
No, ma'am.
No, I guess not. I'll follow up with you on what it was. Okay, item, number 10, adjourn. Your course.
On the alcohol here, so I think you might have a presentation or something. Councilman?
And y'all were talking about sewer, I guess I can just tell you the state of the union with, the repairs and all that stuff, because yeah, it is obviously, y'all are spending a lot of money on it, and it is unplanned things, but I will say, none of it was, like a selective decision, you basically had to do all these repairs. Of course, the pump station, you had that collapse, you had a contract just to replace one pump and do some controls, changes, and then, unfortunately, outside of the pump station, which was not in the contract, the manhole collapsed and the pipes on both sides. That has been repaired. Then the one good pump in the station before the new pump was put in messed up, crapped out, and it's actually at the shop right now to get rebuilt. But unlike a lot of the other pumps, it only needs like major bearings and stuff, so it's not super expensive. It should be done. And I think y'all use Sphinx for most of that kind of work. They'll be reinstalling it. If y'all recall, at the wastewater treatment plant, at the inflow pump station, we had 4 pumps. Only one worked. We took the 3 out, sent them to get rebuilt. They have been rebuilt. They just put them back in. They haven't hooked up electrical, but fingers crossed, by the end of November, instead of having, I guess, 2 working out of 6 pumps, we'll have all of them working. And hopefully last a while. Questions? I wish it was like, and I'm sure it's a budget nightmare, but it's not like you can decide not to do that. So, thank y'all.
Thank you.
And that's it for the correspondence. Thank you.